So here we are, round 5, game 2. Marcus vs VonIvan. Marcus lost the first round. 500-0 to VonIvan. So we see faction switch. This time Marcus going for US forces, and his loadout is airborne armor company and infantry company to VonIvan's Luftwaffe, close air support and mobile defense. So every match so far we've seen VonIvan go for close air support. Seems to be his go-to at the moment. Looks like Von is going to go across the left here. A bit of a lull in the action. We get to hear the birds chirping away. And actually, have you guys seen this on this map? Well, there's no action. Look at how cool this is.
Rifle squad ready for action.
It's like a nice boat. Nice lake. It's pretty cool. Nice details in this map. Anyway, back to the action. VonIvan versus Marcus. We see a first engagement. Rifleman versus Grenadiers. At close range, Riflemen should win. And do win. And wow, I thought VonIvan would get away with 3 men, but somehow that squad member went down so quickly. A good first engagement from Marcus. Now it's going to try and engage these Grenadiers at long range. Grenadiers should win that, especially because those rifles are down to only 3 men. Rifle versus Pioneers at close range, inflicting a lot of damage on those Pioneers, forcing them to retreat. So 3 rifles versus 2 Grens and a sniper for VonIvan. And there's a sniper, opens up on those riflemen. Well, he's being inattentive with his sniper, and he ends up having to retreat for it. As the rifles continue, the advanced rifleman versus Grenadiers at close range. Once again, the rifleman just cutting down these Grenadiers at close range. VonIvan's having trouble getting these engagements to happen at the right range for maximum effect. Now Marcus is going to get some nice harassment going on. This cutoff seems to be very hard to hold for the northern player. So after completing that cutoff, he is now moving to cap the fuel. Whilst leaving this full, 4-man rifle squad in the vicinity. Maybe to try and shut down recapture. No, to do some capping. So he's got quite a sizable army in this region from all 3 angles. I wonder if he could get a flank off on the sniper once it shows its location. We do see Lieutenant from Marcus, and he's bringing out an M20, so that sniper could have a lot of trouble once that M20 comes out. And the M20 now does have that increased sight radius, sight detection for snipers, so it's up to 25 from 10. So that makes it even more potent. And it's probably between that and the M3 are probably the best things for chasing down snipers. M3 because it's so cheap, and M20 because it's probably the most powerful of all the vehicles that have gained that sight detection buff. So Grenadiers forced to retreat from those rear echelons. And here comes the sniper. But VonIvan hears this crushing stuff through the fog of war and quickly gets to retreat on his sniper. Still, his fuel control has been dreadful up until this point. Needs to get a 222 cooking to try and counter this M20. Lieutenant wins the day over here on the right. And VonIvan now kind of getting pinned in his base.
has been improved. We can now build
VonIvan also floating a lot of munitions. So Maybe he should get some LMGs, just like I was chiding Marcus for not doing in the first game, and maybe then he'd win some more of these engagements. We do see a M20 mine going down, the M6 anti-tank mine. No, gets cancelled. Grenadiers find, spot that. Just to cancel it. And no, this... Oh, okay, it does have the skirts. It was taking so much damage from small arms fire. I thought it didn't have the armoured skirts, but it does. Grenadiers trying to get to the side of it, get a Faust off. Renaissance trying to put some repairs on it, and wow, that 50 cal is just shredding these Grenadiers. And may be able to get this wipe if he tries to chase, decides not to chase. But it's still a massive amount of bleed inflicted there. So now Von has got some LMGs, and he's actually got a flamethrower as well, making use of his munitions, and he also has gone for mobile defense this time instead of close air support. Flamethrower just roasts these squads in heavy cover. They have to get out of heavy cover to engage. No, they're getting back into close range. You want to be out of heavy cover whenever you're engaging a flamethrower. Look how much damage it does to them, and heavy cover gets the wipe. Will Marcus get the wipe in return? Try and chase down the squad. Oh, here comes the M20 from the side. It's completed repairs. Wants to wipe this Pioneer squad with the flamethrower. Will he be successful? No, but no. Grenadiers come to screen away that M20 with the threat of the Air Panzerfaust. So lucky break from Von there, getting the kill and not suffering a wipe in return. But still, his map control is awful. He's just about nothing under his control. Terrible fuel income. Actually hasn't gone for a 222, which is kind of surprising to me. Maybe he's trying to save up 5 command points for the Puma and go that route. But in the meantime, whilst he's getting there, he's suffering just a lot of bleed on all his Grenadiers. Terrible map control. Not sure if that's the right decision. Trying to save for the Puma. But it looks like that's the way he's going to do things. He hasn't even put down his tier 2 tech structure. Definitely going for the Puma. M20 continues to wreak havoc. 7 kills now, almost Vet 1. Just a faint whiff away from it. Here comes the Grenadiers, but they're up against the Lieutenant at close range. Quick retreat there. VonIvan not going for healing now. Most of his squad's coming out on low health and quickly losing models to all these squads. Marcus now side-teching to Captain, which suggests he's probably going Armour Company, but you never know. So, bazookas will be quite effective against the Puma once it finally arrives. And of course he could go for the Stuart. Maybe try to get the shell shot going, try to stun the Puma and deal with it that way. Try and increase the duration of his very strong early game advantage. So there's some Osttrooper now fielded from VonIvan. He got a lucky break. This one's got an LMG on it. And Vet 1. The other one's just Vet 1. Pretty good rolls. Still, VonIvan's territory control is just terrible. Man, this M20 is shredding him so badly. I really just think that not going for the 222 was a terrible choice. It's cost him so much map control up until this point. M20 now engaging these Osttrooper at close range. They're going to pop off a Panzerfaust, but there's nothing to follow this up. No, here comes the Puma. Puma's on the field, but so is a Stuart. Stuart's still on base though. Puma's going to try to pounce on this wounded M20. Crew gets out for repairs. It's going to get found out by this Lieutenant. But they do not have an AT grenade, so they're powerless to stop this. Going to get close enough for the bazooka to fire. Puma misses his first shot. Gets the second shell in. Bazooka squad misses this. Bazooka. M20 super low now. Puma's going to try finish the job. There it goes. But still, Bazooka squad on the field. More bazookas, more issues for the... More bazookas, more problems for VonIvan. M20's largely outlived its utility. Maybe if it got some AT mines down, that would be good. That would be very good, in fact, because he's got 300 munitions in the bank right now. Maybe now that he's spent all his fuel on Stuart, he could get some bars, new and improved bars, slightly better at medium and long range, and firing on the move. Or is it just firing on the move? I think they'd be better at medium range as well. LMG Ostrup here. Somehow, I don't know where the cover is. Okay, it's these barrels around the point. Just shredding the lieutenant on approach, but he's about to be outnumbered. Stuart's taking a lot of damage. Shell shot activated. The main gun destroyed on the Puma. It's trying to back to safety. Oh, but he managed to snipe at a max range. Lucky break there for Marcus, and unlucky for Von getting that main gun destroyed crit. So bazooka there. What went down? I guess it was dropped from the captain. To that. Oh no, and the Ostrupen all died here. Von was too busy trying to micro over here on the left. It cost him that LMG upgraded Ostrupen. Now he's calling in a fresh squad and he gets a terrible roll. Look at this. Neither of them have any veterancy, no LMGs. That is just the worst luck you could possibly ever get whilst using this ability. What is this? Oh my god, VonIvan, that is just a terrible, terrible, terrible roll. At this stage, maybe VonIvan should try cut his losses, just try and get 2 VPs under his control and just try and win the victory point advantage. And get faction selection in game 3. I think that's the way I'd be trying to play it right about now. Seeing as both players seem to have the edge on playing from the south. Looks like that is Von's thinking as well. Now trying to hold on to the centre and the right hand side VP. Maybe try and tick off some of these, get it down to 499. That's all he needs. No, unsuccessful. Rifleman arrived to neutralise that cap in the right, on the right. And Mark is still holding on to the left. Will not bleed any victory points. Von needs to get this squad off and get down to here. Looks like Marcus is kind of aware that may be what Von is going to do, leaving a squad next to the VP. Von reaching Marcus's cutoff here, gets that going.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. We have it! They're taking fencer fire! We must stiffen our resolve. We are down to
The Puma died over here to the Stuart. He did a shell shock on it. Oh, flamethrower explodes there. VonIvan's in really rough shape now. He's down to 70 VPs. Should probably be using this squad to try cap this. Try get the VP advantage to decide faction selection in game 3. Looks like he's still hoping to win this match. And Marcus has now gone for infantry company, and he's got a few LMGs upgraded on his rifleman. So I was wrong in thinking that he was going to go for armor company, and he's actually gone for mass Stuarts. So perhaps sensing that Von is just going to invest in Pumas. feels like you can just go with Stuart. And something died. I believe that was one of Von's grenadier squads. Matt Stewart's rushing in. He's activated shell shock on this one, trying to stun the Puma. Double Stewart's just smashing this Puma, knocking it down. Down it goes. Heavily outnumbered there. So this is a very unconventional strategy, but it seems to be quite effective here. Only recommended if you know your opponent has had zero fuel control the entire match. So, 3 Stuarts. The 3 musketeers. Oh, looks like he's actually... God, where's the vehicle crew? I don't know. He had a rear echelon squad in this Stuart, I'm pretty sure. Just wondering what happened to the vehicle crew that was in it.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Yeah, what happened to this vehicle crew? I must have missed that. Does slightly increase your micro attacks because when you get the rear echelon squad out, it doesn't automatically start repairing the tanks. You have to manually do that. As you can see, that's not what Marcus is doing here. Decent rifle grenade there for us. Oh, kills the lieutenant in fact. But it's far too little, far too late. One's about to lose on victory points, down to only 17 now. He's just desperately throwing troops into the meat grinder, just trying to get some VP control, trying to get faction selection for game 3, but he's going to be unsuccessful.
I feel we are losing. We have 10 points remaining.
And that's going to be GG. And there we go, GG. Marcus wins 500 nil as well. We go to game 3, the big decider.